Good morning, afternoon, everyone. Imagine waking up every day excited to go to work. Not because of the paycheck, but because you know that what you're doing is making a real impact. That's the power of a purpose-driven life, both in and outside the workplace. As Simon Sinek famously says, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. When we understand and connect with our purpose, we don't just show up to work, we show up to make a difference. And when we lead with purpose, we inspire those around us to do the same. Today, I want to explore how finding your why at work can transform not just your career, but your life. It's about aligning your daily tasks with something greater, something that fuels your passion, drives innovation, and fosters a sense of fulfillment. Because when we are driven by a deeper purpose, our work no longer feels like a job. It becomes a journey that not only enriches our lives, but the lives of everyone around us. At the heart of every successful and fulfilling career lies a simple but powerful question: why? This is the central theme of Simon Sinek's philosophy, which emphasizes the importance of understanding your why to inspire not only yourself, but also those around you. When we talk about purpose-driven work, we are talking about discovering the deeper reasons behind what we do, beyond just the tasks and responsibilities of a job. This sense of purpose becomes the driving force that motivates us to push through challenges, persist in the face of setbacks, and find fulfillment in our work. When we begin with why, we shift our focus from what we do to why we do it. Most of us are trained to think about work in terms of outcomes, promotions, salary, job titles, and responsibilities. While these are important, they don't create long-lasting satisfaction or meaningful engagement in our work. The true essence of satisfaction comes from understanding how our individual contributions connect to a larger purpose. This is the starting point for any journey towards a fulfilling career. Whether you're in the corporate world, running your own business, or working in the nonprofit sector. The process of identifying your why can often be more challenging than it sounds. It requires deep reflection, self-awareness, and sometimes even a shift in mindset. It may mean reconsidering your values, passions, and long-term aspirations. In many cases, it may require us to look beyond the immediate tasks and responsibilities of our job and ask ourselves, what impact do I want to have? What kind of legacy do I want to leave behind? What drives me to keep going, even when things get tough? Understanding your why can help you see your work in a new light. For instance, if you're a teacher, your why might not just be about educating students, but about inspiring the next generation of leaders, thinkers, and changemakers. If you're in sales, it may not be about closing deals, but about building relationships that help your customers solve problems and improve their lives. The why allows you to see the purpose and value in what you do every day, and this sense of purpose fuels your motivation. Totes. Moreover, discovering your why can have a profound impact on your overall well-being and job satisfaction. Studies have shown that employees who have a strong sense of purpose in their work tend to experience greater job satisfaction, higher levels of engagement, and better overall mental and emotional health. When you know why you're doing something, it's easier to push through the inevitable challenges and setbacks that come with any job. It gives you a reason to stay committed and to find creative solutions when things aren't going as planned. In today's world where burnout is a common struggle, the power of starting with why is more crucial than ever. It acts as a stabilizing force, reminding us of the bigger picture and what truly matters. It helps us navigate through the noise and distractions of daily life and refocus on what truly drives us. A strong sense of purpose allows us to maintain motivation even during times of uncertainty or difficulty. When our work feels aligned with our values and passions, we are less likely to feel disconnected, exhausted, or unappreciated. Additionally, understanding your why has the power to transform the work environment around you. When you are clear about your own purpose, it naturally influences the way you interact with your colleagues, clients, and the broader community. Purpose-driven individuals tend to be more collaborative, empathetic, and supportive, as they understand the importance of creating meaningful relationships and working toward shared goals. They are also more likely to inspire those around them to connect with their own purpose, creating a culture of trust, respect, and innovation. The impact of starting with why is not limited to individual fulfillment. It extends to the organizational level as well. Companies that help their employees find and connect with their why experience higher levels of productivity, employee retention, and overall performance. Purpose-driven organizations tend to attract top talent, as people are increasingly seeking meaningful work that aligns with their personal values. Furthermore, organizations with a strong sense of purpose are more likely to thrive in today's competitive and ever-changing business landscape because they are driven by something greater than profit alone. When we start with why, we create a foundation for success that goes beyond the transactional nature of work. We tap into our intrinsic motivation, the internal drive that compels us to do our best work, even when no one is watching. This intrinsic motivation is what leads to excellence, innovation, and a deeper sense of satisfaction. It's what allows us to find joy in the journey rather than focusing solely on the destination. Starting with why also fosters a deeper connection between work and life. It helps us see how our professional lives are connected to our personal values and broader life goals. When work aligns with our why, we feel a greater sense of fulfillment, knowing that what we do at work is not just a means to an end, but a part of a larger, more meaningful journey. Inspiring action is at the core of effective leadership. It's one thing to have a purpose, but it's another to translate that purpose into tangible results through the actions of others. This is where the power of leading with passion and purpose comes in. When we lead with purpose, we create an environment that motivates others to not just do their jobs, but to do their jobs with energy, enthusiasm, and commitment. The key to inspiring action lies in the clarity of your vision. When people understand why something is important and how it connects to a greater mission, they are more likely to take action with intention and dedication. This is why starting with why is so powerful. When leaders clearly communicate their purpose and the underlying values of their organization, they create a shared sense of mission that resonates with others. This shared understanding helps people connect emotionally with the work they are doing, which is far more motivating than simply being told what to do. But inspiring action is not just about articulating a vision. It's about embodying that vision every day. Leaders who are genuinely passionate about their work and their purpose inspire others to adopt the same mindset. Passion is contagious. When a leader is excited about the work they do and the difference they aim to make, that enthusiasm is felt by their team. It sparks a sense of purpose in others, creating a ripple effect that spreads throughout the organization. People begin to see their work as not just a job, but a mission, something that has meaning beyond the daily tasks and responsibilities. This passion also fosters trust and loyalty. When people see that their leader is genuinely invested in the mission, they are more likely to believe in that mission as well. Trust is the foundation of any successful relationship, and this is especially true in the workplace. When leaders lead with passion and purpose, they cultivate an environment where people feel valued and understood. This sense of trust and connection motivates individuals to go above and beyond, not because they are being watched or rewarded, but because they feel personally invested in the organization's success. To inspire action, leaders must also demonstrate resilience. Passion alone is not enough. Leadership requires the ability to stay the course even when faced with adversity. People are more likely to take action when they see that their leader is committed to overcoming obstacles, learning from setbacks, and continuing to push forward. Resilience builds confidence and reinforces the idea that the mission is worth pursuing no matter the challenges. It shows others that perseverance, even in the face of difficulty, is a key component of achieving meaningful success. The role of encouragement and empowerment in inspiring action cannot be overstated. As a leader, it's not enough to simply tell people what to do. It's essential to empower them with the tools, resources, and support they need to take initiative and succeed. By fostering a culture of encouragement, leaders help individuals recognize their own potential and take ownership of their work. This sense of autonomy and empowerment motivates people to act with confidence, knowing that their contributions are valued and that they have the authority to make decisions that move the organization forward. Additionally, inspiring action requires recognizing and celebrating the achievements, big and small, that contribute to the larger mission. Acknowledgement is a powerful motivator. When individuals feel appreciated for their efforts, they are more likely to continue to engage in the behaviors that led to their success. Publicly recognizing achievements also reinforces the values and goals of the organization, reminding everyone of the purpose they are working toward. Celebrating milestones, whether it's hitting a project deadline or achieving a company goal, fosters a sense of accomplishment that drives people to continue taking action in the future. However, inspiring action is not just about motivating individuals in the workplace. It also involves creating a sense of community and collaboration. People are more motivated to take action when they feel they are part of a team working toward a common goal. Leaders who foster an environment of collaboration and open communication create a sense of shared responsibility. When everyone feels like they are contributing to something bigger than themselves, they are more likely to act with purpose and enthusiasm. This collaborative spirit is often what sets great organizations apart from the rest. When people work together towards a shared vision, they become more than just individuals working toward individual goals. They become a unified force working toward a common purpose. This unity creates synergy, where the collective effort is greater than the sum of its parts. By inspiring action through passion, clarity, and collaboration, leaders can harness the full potential of their team and drive meaningful progress toward achieving their mission. Ultimately, inspiring action is about creating a sense of ownership and alignment. When people believe in the mission and feel personally connected to the purpose, they take action because it's the right thing to do, not because they are obligated to do so. They go above and beyond because they are driven by something deeper than just external rewards or recognition. They are motivated by the knowledge that their work matters, that they are contributing to a greater cause, and that they are part of something that has the power to make a positive difference in the world. When leaders inspire action, they unlock the true potential of their teams. They create a culture of passion, engagement, and excellence that drives the organization toward success. Creating impact is what separates good work from great work. It's not enough to simply do a job. It's about making a difference, whether within your organization, your community, or in the lives of those you serve. When we think about creating impact, we think about leaving a mark, driving change, and contributing something meaningful to the world. This is the ultimate goal of purpose-driven work. The question is not just how can we perform tasks, but how can we make our work matter in ways that resonate far beyond the immediate context? At its core, creating impact is about identifying the value that your work brings to others. Whether you're working in a corporate setting, a nonprofit, or a creative field, every job has the potential to create value. But this value is not always obvious, and it's often up to us to connect the dots between our actions and their larger purpose. To create impact, we must always be mindful of the broader implications of our work, understanding how what we do today can shape tomorrow. Creating impact requires intentionality. It's about being deliberate in how we approach our work, the decisions we make, and the relationships we build. People who make an impact are not passive participants in their roles. They are active, strategic, and focused on creating outcomes that align with their purpose and values. Impact doesn't happen by accident. It happens when we intentionally align our daily actions with a larger mission, whether that mission is about improving the lives of others, solving a pressing problem, or advancing a cause that we believe in. A key aspect of creating impact is innovation. Making an impact often means thinking outside the box and finding new ways to solve problems. Innovation is the driving force that allows us to break free from the status quo and introduce new ideas, methods, and solutions. In any field, innovation creates ripples of change that can transform industries, challenge existing norms, and open doors to new possibilities. It requires creativity, a willingness to take risks, and the courage to challenge the way things have always been done. But innovation doesn't only happen in grand gestures. Impact is often created through the smaller, everyday actions that accumulate over time. It's the way you treat people, the quality of your work, the integrity with which you approach challenges, and the empathy you show to others. These small, consistent actions are what build trust, strengthen relationships, and ultimately lead to meaningful change. While big ideas and groundbreaking innovations are important, The smaller daily contributions are just as crucial to creating lasting impact. When we make decisions with purpose, when we go above and beyond in our roles, and when we hold ourselves accountable to the highest standards, we create a ripple effect that inspires others to do the same. Creating impact is also about building connections. We often underestimate the power of relationships in driving change, but the truth is that no one creates impact alone. Whether we are working with colleagues, clients, or communities, the ability to build strong collaborative relationships amplifies the impact of our work. When we work together toward a shared vision, we can achieve results that are far greater than what any individual could accomplish on their own. The power of collaboration lies in its ability to bring diverse perspectives, skills, and ideas together, creating solutions that are more innovative, inclusive, and sustainable. Furthermore, creating impact requires perseverance and the ability to weather adversity. Often, the most significant changes take time, and the path to creating real impact is rarely smooth or easy. There will be setbacks, obstacles, and moments of doubt. But it's through these challenges that we learn, grow, and ultimately strengthen our resolve to continue. Resilience in the face of adversity is a key trait of those who make a lasting impact. When we encounter difficulties, it's essential to maintain focus on the end goal and to stay committed to the purpose behind our work. Impact is also deeply tied to authenticity. People are more likely to be inspired by your work when they see that you are genuine, transparent, and true to yourself. Authenticity builds trust and allows others to connect with you on a deeper level. When we lead with authenticity, we inspire others to embrace their own purpose and act in ways that are true to their values. This creates a culture where everyone feels empowered to make a difference in their own way, fostering an environment where impact becomes a shared goal. A powerful aspect of creating impact is the way it transcends the individual. When we are able to make a positive difference in the lives of others, we create a legacy that goes far beyond our immediate circle. The impact we create has the potential to affect not only those we interact with directly, but also the larger community, industry, and society at large. The work we do today can influence future generations, inspiring them to continue the work and build on the foundation we've laid. At the organizational level, creating impact can manifest in several ways. For businesses, creating impact means not only focusing on profits, but also on the value they create for customers, employees, and communities. Companies that prioritize social responsibility, sustainability, and ethical practices are not only making an impact in terms of the environment or society, but are also setting themselves up for long-term success. Employees who are motivated by a sense of purpose are more engaged, productive, and loyal, contributing to the overall success of the organization. By aligning business goals with a broader social impact, organizations can create a positive cycle of growth, value, and change. Ultimately, creating impact is about leaving the world better than we found it. It's about using our skills, resources, and passions to contribute to something larger than ourselves. Whether through the work we do in our professional lives, the way we interact with others, or the causes we champion, every action we take has the potential to create a ripple effect that reaches far beyond our immediate sphere. The true measure of impact is not just in what we achieve, but in the positive, lasting changes we help to bring about in the lives of others.